Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best third slash fourth tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my first open team that I'm using. Yesterday I showcased another team from a viewer, but this is my first open team because I wanted to use Amok because Amok has carried me in the past. So I wanted to use it. I was looking at my Pokemon, I was like, okay, let's use one of my XL Pokemon. Uh, and I was looking at my XL Pokemon, I'm like, why don't I run like a double dark team? Because Amok's half dark, but it's also sludge or poison, I guess. So it actually takes neutral from fighting. So draw out a fighter with the Amok or Swampert, which Swampert has a great matchup against Amok too, and then punish it with Venusaur, and then you have Umbreon run free. And Double Dark is sweet for this league because there's so many like Cresselias and Giratinas running around. So to have two Darks on one team is pretty solid without the weakness. And why I also like this team is because Amok, that poison also makes it neutral to Fairy. So if you're running like a pure Double Dark, you can get punished with a Fairy. But Amok is a safe swap, does well against Fairies too with the Sludge Wave coverage. So that's why I like this team. I did pretty well with it. Uh, there is a core breaker, and I put it in here, so I will show you that when it happens. But let's get into the battles here. So in the first battle, we have Venusaur versus Cress. And this is what I also like Venusaur in the lead because he can deal with Cress if you need it. They come in with a Dragon Breath Charizard. There it is. So I can hit this with a few foul plays. The problem is, okay, Umbreon is I'm shielding this up because why am I shielding this up? Because I know it's just gonna be a Blast Burn because they're not gonna throw Dragon Claws, I guess. And if they're gonna throw like their biggest move, might as well shield that up. Even though I'm super bulky, I may in the future because you can see right there, two foul plays do not do much, and most of the Mandibuzz I have run into so far are running Dark Pulse because it's a little extra energy for what is a little extra energy for what's much more hard hitting move. So I may run Dark Pulse in the future. Anyways, that being said, they are running a double fire. So I'm glad my Venusaur is not going to see this. I'm going to get back to back off here, which is huge. Just to do like a lot of chip damage. It's still going to be within one Dark Pulse. I'm not going to give up Switch because I need to align it with my Muck because I cannot have it aligned with my Venusaur. I think I let this go and they Brave Bird me, if I remember. Yeah, get with the Brave Bird. They're going to instant swap. And so at this point, my Venusaur is useless. But in this matchup, I can still get a couple foul Frenzy Plants off here. And these do a lot of chip damage. So even if this is Future Sight, I'm just going to take it. And if they're running Leaf Blade Moonblast, which is even better because those are not going to do anything to me. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I need to take this out. I also need to come out with energy because I cannot do a 2v1 shield versus Talonflame here. So I'm going to take this Moonblast. I think I'm just going to go for the super aggressive farm down because I need to come out with energy. Perfect. So now I'm going to throw the Frenzy because the Talonflame's probably going to shield up anyways because they're within Sledge range. So I immediately come in here and I can get the first Dark Pulse off because that will take it out. And I'm pretty close to a Sludge at 2, and I think they know they need to back moves there because I'm within range of Sledge, so they did not throw. It will take it. So there we go. So pretty good first match. Match number 2, Giratina lead. So this is why. 2 answers in the back. Come in with Amok because Amok is your safe swap, and they are not leaving right away, which is interesting to me. Because you do not have a good matchup here. So I'm like, are they trying to catch? And they do try and catch, but they catch on Empoleon. And this is why I love Amok, because I've done this matchup before, and Amok will beat Empoleon. And Amok definitely beats Empoleon with an energy advantage. I'll probably shield this up, but I'm basically at back-to-back Dark Pulses here. So one of them is going to, may not take it out, but then I can probably Snarl down. And if they shield, so they don't shield, so I can just Snarl down here before they take me out, which is perfect because now I can go see what comes back in. And it is the Giratina again. So why would a Giratina come in unless you are also weak to this in the back? So what do they have in the back? A Cress, or they have like a Charmer that's weak to Sludge. So I'm going to show my, yeah, you're in trouble now because I'm running Double Dark. And they're throwing here, which is fine. Again, I'm still wondering what is in the back. If they don't switch out immediately, which they're not, are you weak to dark in the back too? So it's got to be a Cress, right? If they're not switching out immediately and they're shielding. Why? What are they doing here? I'm assuming it's a Cresselia in the back that is also weak to dark and they're just trying to do some chip damage. And it's an Amok. So that is interesting to me. Why they would not align their Amok. So anyways, my Venusaur is essentially useless. Umbreon's going to have to K this team. The good news is that even these Frenzy Plants, though they are resisted, Frenzy Plant's just a hard-hitting move that I can still just do 3 to take this out. And so I'm probably going to be taken out. But the good news is I think I have a move loaded on Umbreon. And they're throwing here, which is great. So take me out. If I don't have a move on Umbreon, I'm pretty close, and they're in they're in foul play range here. I do have a move. I have multiple moves here. Not multiple, but I'm within 2 pretty soon. So they shielded the first because their Giratina is useless against that. And now this can take it out, and then I have an easy win in the back. So I'm really surprised why they didn't come in with the Amok on. Yeah, why didn't they come with the Amok there? I don't know. Anyways, Sylveon on the lead. Great matchup here because they got these Sludge Bombs. They do have Psyshock, but I'm going to severely outpace them to these moves here. So I have no problem taking this to the 2 shield because I'm going to win in the ending. So got to shield up the Psyshock. They're going to have to shield up the Sludge Bomb too. And this is already the second. So I have no problem just going straight Sludge Bomb. I don't want them to call a bait move Frenzy Plant. So if I'm going 2 shields here, they catch on a Sludge Bomb on a Melmetal. So well done. Well done on their part. I'm going to build up a bit more here and come in with Umbreon. I built up a bit just because I want to have that sort of Sludge Bomb ready to go on that. And I'm coming with Umbreon here because it is useless against Sylveon. So even though I'm going to take a few super effective superpowers here, Umbreon is essentially useless here to me. And I'm basically trying to get this low enough that the Sylveon doesn't get enough farm, but also get this off that they don't sack swap here, which they may actually, it won't be a sack swap, it'll just be absorbing the energy. And there it is. Yeah, I wasted a little too much time there. So this is now starting to get tricky because now I have to shield this up. So what I have to do here is, hopefully I didn't press the button. Does Sylveon win against a Venusaur in CMP? I guess so. So that's the worst case scenario. I'm immediately come in with Amok because Amok can handle these moves, and I can just probably Snarl and get a ton of energy here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'll take another Rock Slide. I don't really care because Amok with energy, a couple Dark Pulses, even in neutral situations, is pretty solid, and it's a Swampert. So I'm glad I have back-to-back here because Swampert is going to hurt. The good news is I think they're going to have to throw a Hydro before they can get to 2, because then my Venusaur can now come in and, yeah, because I need to throw there or else I would have got to another Dark Pulse, which means that my Venusaur should probably be able to farm down here. No, did I lose this match? No, I survived, don't I? Oh, 1 HP and the Vine Whip called it. Oh, and they won. Okay, Vine Whip, just a beast power. Quick move to take it out. Lapras on the lead is decent, and they come with their own Venusaur. So this is great. What I did here was I threw this because Amok still has a great matchup. It's still going to take 3 Frenzy Plants, but I wanted it within one Dark Pulse range because I know they were already a bit of head on energy, and I don't want to play the energy game with this. And now they're within one Dark Pulse range, so I can load up here and hit this off. And if they shield, I'll get the second one off. I'll go shield 1 for 1, but I expect them not to. And now I have energy for when this Lapras comes back in. And it is an Ice Shard, which is expected. And what you're going to see here is I think they try and farm down all the way and they don't get it. And I get to the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Wave, Sludge Wave. And between the Dark Pulse and the Sludge Wave, this is going to do a lot of damage. So it's already in the red here. I have to respect the Ice Beam. Whenever I see a purple Lapras, I assume they have Ice Beam on it because it was the Legacy Day. And it's an Escav. And this, yeah, there we go. There is your Core Breaker. You have the counters, which are doing super effective on the Umbreon. You have a Drill Run, which does super effective on Muck. And then you wall Venusaur. So no chance here. Core Breaker 100%. How do you change this team to deal with this? Option 1 is to run Swampert on the lead to give you that coverage there. You can also run like I was going to say, if you want to try and run Double Dark, both Scrafty and Obscune are also weak to counter. So you're going to be hurting there. So I don't know if that's the amazing play. I'm trying to think of the other darks. Drapion, no, because that's like half poison, which doesn't do much there. You need some sort of like ground Pokemon. So yeah, I guess Swampert is the best option, or you just hope you have enough energy and a shield advantage. Like it's a tough option there. So this is kind of why this is not the first matchup. It's the only matchup I'm putting in here with this, but I saw a lot of Swamperts in the back, and this is perfect because a lot of them come in. One Hydro will not take me out, so they have to throw the Earthquake, or else I'm going to get to 2 moves. So most of them do actually throw the Earthquake, which then allows me to come in with the Venusaur and just farm here. Because even if they get to a Hydro, which they don't, it won't do a ton. And now I expect the Crest to come back in, and I may throw a Frenzy here to do some chip damage. Because Umbreon, although has a decent matchup with the Foul Plays, they still have Moonblast. And the Foul Plays do not do a ton on Crest because Crest is tanky and Umbreon is weak, a weak attacker. So that hurts. And as you're going to see here, I am going to get a Foul Play off. I wonder if they're going to shield or not. But what you're going to see is it doesn't do, like, for a super effective type move, yeah, like, that does not do a lot. It would have taken probably like 4 Foul Plays to take this out. So that's why I did the chip damage with the Frenzy, because now it's only going to take 2. And they are not switching out, and out comes the Drapion. So I can only throw Last Resort. The good news is they can only throw, what's their other move? Poison, is it a Poison Jab? Poison Fang? It's got to be some type of poison move, because they can't throw Aqua Tail. Great. Aqua Tail. I'm showing my 3rd/4th tierness right there. Aqua Tail, because they cannot throw the Crunch because that is resisted. So this is a decent matchup. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to build up a bit here so I have a move coming out of it. As soon as they throw here, I'm probably going to bail into my Venusaur because I can look at back to back. I'm going to probably let it go and then come in with the Venusaur for the Frenzies. Yeah, because the Aqua Tails aren't doing enough here. And the good news is that this will do a decent amount. And again, I have a decent matchup with the Crest as long as they're not running Future Sight. I'm going to shield up the Crunch because the Crunch probably would hurt here. Hoping that I can get to another Frenzy and take this out before they get out of here, which is perfect. I'm close to the move on Umbreon, the Foul Play. So I really only need one more Snarl, I think. To get to it, I really need to take this out here because I need to get, how low is the Crest? I think the Crest may be within 1 Foul Play here. And it comes back in. And I think a Moonblast probably would take me out, but I think they may have Future Sight if I remember, because I remember getting hit with at least 1 here. So now I need to build up a bit, have a move here. The Drapion is probably within Foul Play range, and I only need, and the Switch Clop's coming up. I don't want to get Poison Jab down, so I'm just going to throw this, hoping it's enough, and it is enough to take it out. So good battles there, and that's it. That's the team. So, like the Double Dark team with the I do like this team. I did well with it. Has its obvious weakness with Escav, Talonflame. You can deal with throwing the Dark Pulses and Sludge Waves and Foul Plays. You can hang with it with the darks. Fighter, draw fighter is good. Amok, right, Amok poison jab, because Amok beats your Venusaur. It with the poison jab and an acid spray, it can just kind of just poison jab down your Umbreon before you can do anything with the last resorts to deal with it. And the poison jab and sludge wave, poison jab acid spray combo does better than the snarl sludge wave combo. So poison jab would be an issue. So again, both of those could be dealt with Swampert. So if you want to switch Venusaur for Swampert, the only problem is that kind of limits your like fighting resistance right there, right? Because you're using a Venusaur because you're weak to fighters in the back. Well, you're not. Your Amok isn't weak to fighter, but it's pretty weak to fighter. So you're kind of losing that gain. But that's how I'd modify the team. Anyways, that's it. I plan to use a modified version of this team tomorrow. So hopefully that goes well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.